So sometimes they'll give us 2 points. We could graph these points. We could graph these points. We could draw the slope triangle. We could find the slope using the graph. But like I said, a graph is not always convenient. So we are going to use what we're going to call a mini table, because it's just going to have 2 points in it to find the slope between these points. So this line, we're finding the slope between the points 2, 2 and 5, 3. We're going to do the same thing we did a minute ago. Change in y, how do I get from 2 to 3? I add 1. Change in x, how do I get from 2 to 5? I add 3. So my slope is change in y over change in x. A positive 1 over a positive 3 is 1/3. Easy enough, right? Those points both had positive coordinates. Now let's make it interesting and get some negative coordinates in here. So point C has coordinates -2, 1. Point D has coordinates 0, -3. So we're going to find the change in y and the change in x. How do I get from 1 to -3? 1 to -3. Use your number line if you need to. Here's 1, here's -3. I'm going to the left. That's negative, right? And I go 1, 2, 3, 4. So my change in y is -4. And then how do I get from my change in x from -2 to 0? -2 to 0, I go right. That's positive. 2 places. So plus 2. So I have change in y is -4. Change in x is positive 2. -4 over 2 simplifies to -2. So this line has negative slope. So you see how to do it. Pause the video. You try the 2 at the bottom, then turn the video back on and see how you did. So for the first set of points, j at -7, -4, and k at -3, -2, I got the slope 1/2. I want you to notice it does not matter which order you put the points in the table, which one's first, which one's second, but I put these with this way to show you something. If both of your changes are negative, a -2, a -4, the way I put mine in the table, I went down 2 for my change in y, I went down 4 for my change in x, and I got a negative over a negative. Remember, a negative divided by a negative is a positive. So if both your changes are negative, that means that line has positive slope. The second one is one of our special cases. I hope you recognized it. We got 0 divided by something. Remember, 0 divided by anything is 0. So if we were to graph this, this would be a horizontal line. If you have any questions, ask Miss Gibbs.